Just a reminder, fans, that Burger 5 cheeseburgers and Zaxby's chicken sandwiches, as well as many other concessions, snacks, drinks, and treats are on sale at the concession stand.
Riddle and Riddle Friday Night Rivals, presented by the University of North Carolina. The undefeated Cary Imps hosting East Wake, making their FNR debut tonight. Hi, everybody. Patrick Johnson. Great to be back with Jay Sonholder. Well, I tell you, Cary, what a start they're off to. We saw them in the very first week of the season, and just from there, they've been building confidence.
Yeah, Coach Coleman Tyrants loves this year's team, and they're a fundamentally sound group that on offense, they've had explosive plays. On defense, they've been able to rush the quarterback, and this is a group that's playing with the right mentality coming into this ballgame.
All right, let's talk about East Wake right behind us warming up, and they're coming off a win last time out. They feel pretty confident coming into tonight.
Yeah, they've done a good job, and they're a group that has talent, especially on the offensive end. Great athletes, and up front, it's a big O-line, and they play an aggressive defense. They're going to blitz a lot tonight.
All right, well, we will certainly look forward to that. It's our Central Carolina Chevy Dealers stars and keys to the game. Who are we keeping an eye on tonight?
For East Wake, their quarterback, Maurice Malloy, is the leader. He does an outstanding job of driving the ball down the field. He's got touch on the intermediate routes. He's over 70% completion percentage last year, and he's an athlete. He'll hurt you with his legs when he gets out of the pocket. Look for him to have a big game tonight. And over on the other side for Cary, Anthony Atunku's been outstanding as a sophomore, one of the best in the state. He can get after the quarterback with his array of rush moves. He's physical and run support. And down low, he's going to command double teams tonight, and he disrupts plays. And he's just one of those guys that flashes on film, Patrick.
Central Carolina Chevy Dealers. Visit your Central Carolina Chevy dealer today. They have our keys to the game.
For East Wake, creating big plays is going to be the challenge going against Cary's defense. And then they've got to stop the run. They've got to be physical on their defensive line. And for the Imps, protecting the football has been the main reason for success this year. They've got to continue that tonight and then contain and tackle Malloy. That's something they've been focusing on in practice all week.
Let's send it over to Madison Little. More on the start to the season for the Imps.
Well, thanks, guys. Tonight, the Cary Imps are hoping to make history. A team who had a record of 1-9 last season is now 4-0 for the first time since 2011 and hoping to be 5-0 for the first time since 2004. Their head coach, Coleman Tyrants, told me they weren't picked to be in this position prior to the season. And their success, well, it's a testament to his athletes. And while they don't get caught up in the wins and losses, he's reminded them that they do have a chance to make history with a win tonight. But the one game at a time mentality stands true. He says the message is simple. Go 1-0, get the job done, and let's make history tonight. It will all kick off right here on Friday Night Rivals when we come back right after this.
East Wake, Cary getting ready to match up here tonight. Cooper Field in Cary at Cary High School. Thanks for being with us. Here's the third-year coach for the Warriors, Travis Hairston. And he's done a nice job. Got him last year to the playoffs. And there is Coleman Tyrus, who did lose a wager. That's why he's dressed. It's a positive reason. Madison will have more on that, but he is dressed to the nines here tonight, and he's in his fifth year. So the Imps will receive the kickoff. East Wake puts the ball in the air. It comes down at the 20-yard line, and it'll be a return out to the 34. That is our Legacy Construction and Roofing kickoff. Legacy Construction and Roofing, always here when you need us. Here come the Imps. Nick Brenna leading the way. They are without their leading rusher, their second leading rusher, Tony Stevens tonight. He's a late scratch, so it'll be James Melvin getting the start there. Eric Brenna, Nick's brother, is available but not starting. Michael Wallace will get the start at receiver, and they'll go on the ground for a pickup of 2 on the game's first snap from scrimmage. Riddle and Riddle starting lineups for Cary. Riddle and Riddle when justice counts, and that is Elias Korn. Scratch that. Wallace in there for him tonight. Brenna at quarterback. We'll see Eric Brenna, though, here tonight. How much, though, does not having Tony Stevens impact things?
Well, I mean, Tony Stevens is a great player. There's a lot of confidence in the running ability of Melvin and Grenna, and this is a group that wants to run the ball and really establish the line of scrimmage tonight, Patrick.
Melvin came in with just 65 yards, had close to 300 rushing last year with a good gain, and that sets up third down. Riddle and Riddle starting lineups defensively. And they've made some changes as well to be Rufus Wilson in there, the 5'10", 200-pound junior. And it'll be Christian Brown getting the start at one of the linebackers. Nelson Ruffin out of the lineup for East Wake tonight. And the Warriors are there on third down.
Travis Harrison, the head coach, calls the defense for East Wake. This is a group that's very fast, athletic, and you see as soon as Grenna runs the ball, multiple hats coming over, swarming to make the play and force Cary into a decision on fourth down.
Deion Kennedy, Rufus Wilson there. It's going to be a quick kick for Cary. It'll come down at the 28. And a short, or a return rather.
Quick kick by the Imps. And good coverage.
They had short back there, but instead it's going to be Kenny Larry on the return. Elias Korn on the stop. So here comes, after the 3 and out, East Wake. Maurice Malloy. Sonny highlighted him at the beginning. We're looking for him to get a little more accurate with his throws, but one thing he is doing a better job this year is using his legs.
He's a 3-year starter. He can hurt you out of the pocket, and I expect him to have a big game tonight throwing the ball.
Swings a pass out to the left, and it's across the 46. Good gain on first down. Riddle and Riddle starting lineups for the Warriors. And you look at them up front, they've got a change. Latrell Ford in there tonight along the offensive line. He'll be starting for Jalome Tulu-Fosh, who is out. So we'll see what Ford can do. 310. This is an offensive line that averages close to 280 with the addition of Ford. Big up front.
Jackson Williams, the offensive line coach, really likes this group and how physical they've been throughout the start of the season.
Slant on first down to the 40. Nice reception. And that'll move the chains. Michael McDonald. You highlighted Tunku, the sophomore, Dickens. Melvin going to play both ways. Higdon, Hines, and Haley are the linebackers. Wallace, Thompson, Spinks, and Spivey up front. After first down, and they get him behind the line. Not a whole lot there for Kamon Davis, the freshman running back.
This is outstanding from James Melvin. Skyland Joyner, watch 22, get off the block. Then Joyner comes over, cleans it up along with Eli Kane. 3 Imps. Just disruption in the backfield by that front 7.
Eli Kane can play all over the line. 9 tackles coming in. Second down, and a catch made at the 39.
This Cary defense, very physical. Coleman Tyrants, the head coach, calls the defense as well. You see, as soon as this pass is completed, these Imps are all over it. Clyde Higdon, the senior middle linebacker, coming over for the stick.
Caden Short getting the start on offense with the catch. He's got a couple of them early. They got back the yardage they lost +1, so it's 3rd and 9. Malloy looking for room, slashes his way in. Nice effort to get it to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, and now that'll bring up 4th down. Are we in 4-down territory if you're East Wake this early?
It looks like their offense is going to stay out on the field, and I think Malloy got enough to make this decision to go for it. That was a nice cut to the inside to at least pick up positive yards because the Imps were in position. And here, if you punt the ball, you may only gain 20 yards in field position potentially. I think here
no man's land. Go ahead, be aggressive. Your first drive, go for it on the road.
Michael Wallace up for the tackle. Malloy on 4th and 7. And he throws it behind his receiver. Wanted Zion Stone, the sophomore. Stone, their leading catchman with 19 receptions on the year, but they couldn't work it to him, and the defense will stand for Coach Coleman Tyrants.
Michael Wallace, great job in coverage. The defensive back making it very difficult. He's going to set up the offense with really good field position to start off the drive.
So Cary now will start from the 37. Imps are 4-0. Brenna, this has been his game, breaks through a tackle up high and is able to find his way ahead to the 43.
Brenna, such a tough runner. You see zone read, keeps it, has the edge, and then just gets pulled down by the top of the helmet.
Stone comes up and makes the tackle. He's starting at strong safety. They're going to say it's a gain of 5. 2nd down. Brenna swings it out. Melvin. Stone dings off of him. And he gets to the 50-yard or the 45-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 3, but that was a big collision, and Melvin got the better of it.
Well, this was amazing by Melvin. First of all, just the focus, knowing you're going to get a big hit, and then he just ricochets off of it. It doesn't faze him. Watch this. Gets hit. Doesn't really make him move at all, just turns and upfield and picks up positive yardage.
3rd down 1. Zion Stone rattled on that one. He's come out. They go up the middle with Ian Collier, the junior. And Collier to the Warrior 46.
Great work by the interior of the offensive line for the Imps. Tyler Evans, the center, clearing the path, and Coleman Tyrants over there on the sideline leading his team. They've got to be pleased with how they're running the ball and getting movement up front.
Brenna out of bounds on 1st down. After picking up that first, which was an Air Experts heating, cooling, and plumbing first down. Schedule your tune-up today at airexperts.com. We'll get 2nd down upcoming here. More positive yardage, though, for the Imps. Warriors are 2-2 coming in. And they got by Bunn last week in a 2-point win. Collier running hard, and he's got 1st down yardage. That'll move the sticks for an Air Experts 1st down. Air Experts heating, cooling, and plumbing. Schedule your tune-up today at airexperts.com.
This Cary offense starting to get traction in the running game. Hat on a hat up front, good push. The wide receivers doing their job and just falling forward. Ian Collier coming in as Melvin still over on the sideline, the junior running back. Did a good job getting that 1st down.
Yeah, they're taking a look at Melvin, making sure that he's good, running through all the protocol to determine if he might have had his bell rung. Brenna trying to make a move. Good job on the tackle in the open field. That was Damari Jones, the sophomore.
The Warrior defense trying to contain Brenna. That's what you have to do. Make sure you cut off the edge and force him back inside. Such a talented thrower as well as runner, and a guy that you can really use in this offense in so many different ways because of his skill set.
He only allowed 74 yards rushing to Bunn last week. This is an offense for Cary that is coming in, and they're averaging 250 on the ground through their first 4 games. Brenna to the air. Nice adjustment and a reception downfield. His brother Eric with the big hit.
This passing game is very good for the Imps. It's all set up because of their runs. And here, clean pocket. Eastwake looking in the backfield, wide open. area for Grenna to sit down in coverage, and Air coming through with a nice catch for the young sophomore.
23 yards on the pickup. Reel it in red zone with Saltwater Seafood and Fry Shack from boat to bite, done right.
For East Wake's defense, it's been a long drive for the Imps. We got to stand up here and try to create a turnover. I'd expect maybe stunts, blitzes up front to try to create some disruption for this offense.
It's a gain of 3. Ball just outside of the 10. Imps with just one win a season ago. Grenna has led him to the 4-0 start, and he's shy of the marker. That was Latrell Harris who did not get the start tonight. He's their normal starting strong safety. He's bothered by a stinger, and the senior comes up. He's averaging 4 tackles a game. That was a nice piece of open field tackling there on Grenna.
And he stayed low, and he got to the edge, did not allow Grenna to get over to the sideline. And the secondary player, it's important to be in coverage, but when it's a run, you've got to recognize and sprint upfield.
Collier gets the handoff. And Collier close to the first down. That'll set up a fresh set goal to go. Here comes Melvin in for Collier. So they were down a couple running backs with Stevens a scratch before the game for the Imps. And they were checking out Melvin, but he's good to go up here.
And he's such an important player. He plays defense as well on the edge, and as a running back, he's a tough runner, one of the leaders in the program.
Going to be 4th and very short. Grenna out of the gun. Melvin cuts. Melvin off of a tackle and breaks the plane for a touchdown. Glanced off the tackler, found his way to pay dirt. Crossroads Ford touchdown for Cary and their sensational senior James Melvin. Crossroads Ford, the Ford store that gives you more.
And Melvin has the vision to take it outside and then just the speed to break the edge as Jalen Spivey, number 7, had the block on the perimeter to allow Melvin to fall into the end zone. And what a job by Melvin after that catch. Picking up positive yards, goes over to the sideline, then comes back in. You see the smile looking up to the crowd. That's a great way to start this game for the Imps offense.
This is John Kern on the PAT and gets it through the left upright, and that makes it 7-0. So the second drive of the game for the Imps after they got a big stop defensively and they marched down the field and punch it in for the game's first score.
Welcome back into Cary High School. The Imps lead 7-0 with only about 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. And Coleman Tyrants, their head coach, dressed for success as his team's looking to make history tonight. This is something that started in week 1. The athletes were told if they beat Apex week 1, Coach Tyrants would wear a suit week 2. They won, so he wore a sport coat and jeans, and that wasn't good enough. They won again. He wore another suit. Last week, though, guys, he went back to his normal coaching attire, and the players were not having it. So he's back in the suit this week, and he told me he is dressed to win, and they are looking good so far, guys.
Time for the Legacy Construction and Roofing kickoff. Legacy Construction and Roofing, always here when you need us.
He does look great. Stud down there. I saw him pregame. I said, Coach, are you wearing the suit? He said it'll be out right before kick.
Comes down inside the 9. And that's a good return across the 20. We have a flag down. It's going to be a hold against East Wake, and that'll put them back even more. So it'll be an inauspicious start for the Warriors after the penalty on the kick return. Stay tuned for the Medical Minute, brought to you by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. Patrick Johnson, great to have Jay Sonhalter back. Sonny lives, about 3 minutes from this campus? So that's one of the great traditions.
I rode my bike up here. Hey, I'll tell you what, 2026, class of 26, makes me feel a little bit old. About minus 23 there on my high school graduation.
It only gets worse, trust me.
That's an awesome tradition. It changes every year here at Cary High.
So after the penalty, deep starting field position from their own 16. Warriors out on offense, and that is Maurice Malloy, the quarterback. Malloy, as you mentioned earlier, 3-year starter, had 20 touchdown passes last year. He's been a more effective runner this season, already half of his rushing total for all of last year, and he's averaging 6 yards a carry. And he has a real good command of what they want to do offensively. Mikey Anderson, the offensive coordinator, started in this program as its quarterback's coach. Malloy going to air this out, but it's too tall for Harris. So Harris out there. Harris with 6 receptions on the season. Malloy completing 59% of his passes last year, well over 70. Close to 72, and passed for 1,747 yards. Going to be 3rd down and 6 here for East Wake. Pressure, and he can't escape it, goes down. The sack by Melvin. The initial pressure by Skylar Joyner, who's kind of serving as a spy on Malloy tonight.
Yeah, those two have been all over the field. Joyner, A-gap blitz right up the middle. As Malloy turns, it's Melvin who had the first touchdown of the game. Now has the first sack coming off the edge.
So it's going to be a punt. Lost back to the 13. No return set up for Cary. They're going to come after this, I believe. They do. And getting it away is Ethan Purvis. There's a question whether Purvis would go tonight because of an injury, but he's out there. And this will trickle down to the 42-yard line. That's a 45-yard effort by Purvis.
No return man back, so Cary loading up the line of scrimmage coming after it, and Purvis, good hang time, gets the bounce to flip the field position.
Imps get it with 44.6 to go. Nick Grinna in a pistol formation. Melvin getting the run tonight. Their regular starter, Tony Stevens, a late scratch before the game. Melvin again on the swing pass. Has some room. Down the sideline he goes. Melvin into Warriors territory. Pushed out. And around the 20-yard line. We'll say officially out at the 27.
Great job by Grinna. Quickly thrown to the outside and hitting Melvin in stride, and then his speed just takes over. Melvin so versatile, playing offense and defense, and his hands a part of his versatility, his ability to catch the ball in the backfield and take a quick swing pass and turn it into a big game.
31 on the pickup. And we've got an official timeout. Melvin's going to come out. You know, he was shaken up earlier, and we just hope that he's okay. So after the catch, ball's going to be at the 27. Grinna keeps it himself. Big hole for Grinna, spinning at the 10 and brought down at the 8. Nick Grinna rips 19 yards.
Inside the 10.
Grinna with the zone read, pulls it, and then that middle again wide open. The offensive line for the Imps getting up to the second level, and Grinna so tough to bring down in the open field.
Short made the tackle. Air Experts, heating and cooling and plumbing first down. Schedule your tune-up today at airexperts.com as they're in the red zone for saltwater seafood. Grinna off the hands of the receiver and out of bounds. Wanted to get it to his younger brother, the sophomore Eric Grinna.
The Warrior defense trying to keep contained on Grinna. Their coverage in the secondary, stride for stride with the wide receivers. Nice job standing strong on first down.
Grinna, and he'll take it in for the score.
Nick Grinna, touchdown.
Nick Grinna with the Crossroads Ford touchdown. Crossroads Ford, the Ford store that gives you more.
This is one of their staples in the offense. Quarterback designed run. The fake to Collier cuts off the edge. The O-line again working up front. And Grinna running downhill is so difficult to bring down, and you can just tell the atmosphere and the confidence for Cary. Two big drives, and they're executing at a high level.
6 touchdown on the ground for Grinna this season. Encroachment on East Wake. What's interesting, Sonny, this happened, the encroachment. Apex did the same thing near the end of the first half in the Old Wake rivalry game that we covered in mid-August. They elected to go for 2 and fumbled it. But really since then, they've taken, the second half of that Apex game, they've taken exquisite care of the pigskin.
They have. Protecting the football has been the key. One of the main reasons why they've had great success to start off this season.
Tyler Evans, the deep snapper for the Imps.
That's a kick that's good.
Kick by Kern is good.
So John Kern continues to add to his tally, his 10th point after of the year in 14 tries. And the 4-0 Imps up 2 scores with just a few ticks remaining in the first. Well, Nick Grinna has been amazing this year, makes sure that the offense runs like it's supposed to, make sure everybody's lined up. And, I think back to that game. That was one of the great performances. Nearly 200 yards rushing against Apex. Passed for 66 yards and 2 touchdowns in that game. But what he did, his heart that he displayed, and really willed Cary to the win as they trailed at the half of the game over at the Wake Med Soccer Park.
He was amazing that game and just took over in the second half. That was such a fun atmosphere. And at the end of that ball game, Cary just really ran the ball, and they were physical along the line of scrimmage, and Grenna was so tough in that ball game. His touchdowns, his production, and his leadership were on display.
Legacy Construction and Roofing kickoff. Legacy Construction and Roofing always here when you need us. A really nice job on coverage there. And that is going to be Skylar Joyner on the special teams tackle. A couple of touchdowns on the ground. Melvin punching it in, and then Nick Grenna for his 6th of the year. Calls his own number. And on this Friday night Rivals, it's 14-0 for the 4-0 Imps.
Well, James Melvin for the Cary Imps, the two-way player, we saw him get sick earlier on the field, and he's just kind of seemed off on the sidelines. He's been drinking a lot of water, covering himself with water, trying to get back up to playing speed, but his coaches aren't having it as of now. He was just with the trainers yet again sitting on the bench, but I will keep you updated on what we should expect from him.
Okay, Madison, thank you. We'll get an update on Little. We'll pass it along to you as East Wake will loop a pass on first down to start the second, but we have a flag. I think it's going to be on Cary. We'll check out what that's going to be, but let's check out the Stars and Stripes game summary for the first quarter. Getaway and play at Stars and Stripes in Raleigh, NC, located on Capitol Boulevard.
And start off this ball game, it's been Cary on the offensive end, primarily in the running game. A couple big passing plays for the Imps, 126 total yards. East Wake on this drive, they've got to find a way, Patrick, to get it going. Only 3 penalties there in the first quarter.
And you see, they just updated, that's actually the first penalty on Cary a moment ago. But over 100 yards, Cary has outgained East Wake so far tonight.
I think the thing for Cary is every single ball game, they want to establish that running game to open up the play action pass. And after that first drive, it's really been 2 drives primarily where Cary's been able to run the ball, and there's Grenna down there. He's been a main key in the running game.
So Malloy will hand it off. Davis, who is a freshman, 121 yards for Davis coming in on the carry. Good-looking, lanky athlete, 6'2", 170. And he's getting the start because Nelson Ruffin, their normal running back, their senior, a big yards after contact guy for them, is out tonight with an injury. How much does that hamper what East Wake going to try to do tonight?
Ruffin, one of the best players on the team, and he plays offense and defense. That's a big loss. Hopefully he'll be able to come back here soon in the coming weeks, but he's one of the best running backs in the area. As a penalty going against the Warriors, that's a tough loss to have, but they do have a lot of confidence in the young freshman, Quan Davis.
Latrell Ford, you see him there, 75, getting the start, a 310-pounder. Their left tackle is Jamar Williams, 6'4", 375. There's 78 tonight.
The leaders up front, Jackson Williams, the offensive line coach, talked with him pregame, as well as Travis Hairston, Mikey Anderton, great staff over for the Warriors.
Second carry penalty, and that makes this an easier play as they loop it out to Kenny Larry, but he's going to be tackled shy of the marker. See what forward progress gives him. It's going to be close. And I think he's shy a yard.
Jalen Spivey just flashing, coming up to make the play with his speed. One of the top safeties in the area. His vision, playing wide receiver. You see number 7. He'll be a college player in a couple years.
6'2", 190-pound junior, 4 tackles coming in. He's been in on a lot of passes defended. Spivey has an interception on the year. And East Wake's going to burn the timeout. It'll be 3rd and short when we return. Riddle and Riddle, Friday Night Rivals, presented by the University of North Carolina, as the Warriors are going to talk it over. During the 4th quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. The crowd here tonight, beautiful evening, 80 degrees.
Thank you to our sponsors.
Out of the timeout from the 47, Malloy, first down yardage, and more as he makes his way down the sideline, out at the 25, but there is a penalty marker down. Well, you'd hate for that if you're East Wake to be against the Warriors, because that was a great effort by Malloy. It's going to be a hold, and they'll back him up.
And that was the first time Malloy's been able to break free, and they've got to find ways to get him to the perimeter where he can use his speed. In the backfield, fake handoff. Goes up the middle, and the penalty will come here.
Yeah, there it is. You see one of his receivers got engaged with the jersey of the Cary defender. It does move the chains for a first down. So an arthritis knee and pain center's first down. Arthritis knee and pain relief without surgery or opioids. East East Wake trying to get back into this one. Malloy. He takes off. Malloy with the cut, brought down at the 38. Up to make the hit, Wallace.
As Malloy sits in the pocket, this is where he's dangerous. He wanted to pass it first, and then his vision looking down the field and realized, hey, I can get out, do some damage. Nice job on first down, setting up his offense for a more manageable situation here on second down.
So Malloy getting it done with his legs, a pickup of 6. Out in the flats near the sticks, first down throw. Worked it to Dylan Kaiser, the senior, with his 8th reception of the year.
East Wake's offense starting to move the ball. Chemistry picking up for the Warriors. Out wide, Kaiser, one of the senior leaders. 6-foot tall senior. Big part of this offense.
7 on the pickup. Arthritis Knee and Pain Center's first down. Arthritis knee pain relief without surgery or opioids at Arthritis Knee and Pain Centers. Draw. Good run on first. Inside the 25 down to the 24. That's going to be a gain of 7 on first down. Nicely done. That's Kalen Gerard, the junior.
Now this is the response Mikey Anderton, the offensive coordinator for East Wake, needed from his group. Cary had the momentum, and right now the Warriors running the ball, mixing in the passing game and getting push up front.
That was only the 3rd carry for Gerard this season. They'll go up the middle here, and it is going to be a big run for the first inside the red zone. And Damari Jones, as they go way down the depth chart, carries it ahead.
Jones, only a sophomore, just shoots through the middle, right by the center, doing a good job getting the push. And then the secondary for the Imps having to come over to save it from being a touchdown.
22 yards on the gain for Jones. They take it. It's the Reel It In Red Zone with Saltwater Seafood and Fry Shack. From boat to bite, done right. The give to Davis.
On first down, the end zone.
This defense was there.
Davis the carrier stops towards the line, the goal line.
And it's going to be a whistle, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Cary. Imps with the stop on first. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. Actually, the ball down to the 1. This time out. Well, stay tuned for the Affordable Dentures and Implants halftime report. We'll have this week's Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athletes, interviews, highlights, and more. Affordable Dentures and Implants. Save 15% on your dental treatment plan. Visit AffordableDentures.com. So Cary off to the 4-0 start on the year. And the last time they started a season 4-0 was 2004. They went on to start that year 6-0 and finished the year 9-3. This is a program that has not had a winning season since 2011.
Coach Tyrants has done a great job with this program, and this year's team feels like they're going to have a special year. And Tylen Thompson, our scholar athlete, one of those senior leaders here in the program that have done such a great job getting this team to being undefeated.
Malloy out of the gun. Flanked by Davis. Malloy shed it over to Larry, and then he got submarined. Nice job to get over there to him, and that is going to be Jacob Spinks, the junior. Spinks, one of the top tacklers, especially in the secondary for this team.
Spinks coming up from his safety position. So important to be physical on the back end. That looked like it could be a touchdown. Spinks bringing him down, and this Cary defense forcing this 3rd down. The Warriors have to score a touchdown here. They've got to find a way to punch it in.
Pressure was coming up the middle, too, and that maybe caused that to have the timing thrown off. Loss of 1, 3rd and goal. Gerard, did he break the plane? Yes! He snuck his way in. They went to the 5'5", 150-pound junior, and he'll drive it into the end zone on a Crossroads Ford touchdown. Crossroads Ford, the Ford store that gives you more.
Right up the middle. He just gets it and leans that arm over. That's being physical, this offense. Capitalizing. There's Kalen Gerard with Young Jr. with the big play.
Kick is good by Purvis. So the Warriors have an answer here in the second, and they've cut the Cary lead in half. And stay tuned for the Medical Minute, brought to you by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services. Patrick Johnson, Jay Sunhalter, Madison Little on the sidelines. So we're going to get a kickoff here, the second one for East Wake tonight. Legacy and Construction and Roofing kickoff. Legacy Construction and Roofing, always here when you need us. Good return, 30-yard line, coming near side, Joyner. And he brings it out to the 40. Boy, they have talked a lot this week about Sky Joyner with us, and he has been all over the field tonight, 35-yard return.
He's impacted this team in all three phases on special teams. It's so important to have a unit that can set up your offense, that kickoff return, and Joyner, with his vision, he read the coverage on that right side, turned it over to the left, and set his offense up here at the 40-yard line.
Play action. Spivey with it. Spivey will be met as he's tackled almost immediately. Gain of about 3 yards. Maybe, they're going to give him 3. So to bring up second down and 7. Melvin's back out there. He tiptoes down the sideline and another big collision.
And Melvin continues to produce for this offense. Whether it's inside in between the tackles or using his speed on the outside, he gets that edge and just physical runner, so difficult to bring down.
Going to be a first down off of the effort by Melvin. Arthritis Knee and Pain Center's first down, arthritis knee pain relief without surgery or opioids. Into East Wake territory, Melvin again running through a tackle, cuts it back at the 40, and he will carry the defender to the 27-yard line, 19 yards for Melvin. That's his long run of the year.
And he runs so hard. He's physical. There's an intensity to the way he plays the game. Look at him with his vision cut back. And then there's multiple players that have to bring him down. After contact, he got about 8 more yards falling forward.
East Wake going to burn a timeout here. try to just slow the momentum of Grenna in this offense.
I think good timeout by Travis Hairston is bringing his team over to get a rest, and the defense has been out in the field predominantly here in the first half, making sure everyone's on the same page, and they need to stop after their offense responded to the Imps with their touchdown. Here as we get close to the halftime break, the Warriors need a big play from their defense.
They're going to rest the ball down at the 26. And time now for our affordable dentures and implants Smile Cam. Everybody's fired up tonight here. Save 15% on most dental treatment plans, $1,000 and more at affordable dentures and implants. We've had a lot to smile about this year, Sonny. You look at what they've done here at Cary. 4-0, one of their best starts in a couple of decades. And the students and the fans really fired up here. You feel one of the more scenic tree-lined venues for high school football in the Triangle. And that is a run on first down. Kind of warm here today with the sunshine, but this field was pretty well shaded a couple hours before the game, so it was quite nice.
I was one of those that found the shade quickly.
I noticed that.
You were next to me.
That's why I noticed it. Second and 7. Grenna. He got popped, but able to lunge forward.
That's the physical play the Warriors need. On their front 7, this is a group that's athletic. But going against the running game of Cary, that was going to be the challenge, to get penetration and disruption. And there's the hard work bringing down Grenna.
The freshman, Manny Vera Galena, 6'3", 260 with the tackle. Got some help from Harris. Freshman with 11 tackles coming in. Grenna out in the flats. And that was a big stick. And here comes some flags. Stone got a little too fired up. His teammates are coming over, Harris in particular, telling him to get away from the play. He made a great play. No reason to say something after the tackle. David Ashimpong with the reception, his second catch of the year. And after the Ashimpong catch, there was some jaw jacking, and it's going to give Cary some additional yards. We've not seen a lot of Elias Korn tonight, Sonny. He's had a touchdown in 3 of the first 4 games for the Imps and has their most receptions coming into play tonight, but Grenna's been able to get it to other receivers.
Well, this is a deep wide receiving group along with Tylen Thompson. There's Korn. Those guys are college players. As this penalty is going to move the ball down inside of the 10-yard line for the Imps offense. Here's the pass to the outside. Nice catch. And then there, just have to get away from that. Good call from the officials.
Well, you want to play with emotion, but you got to contain it. So now the ball will be spotted inside the red zone. And that's going to be a reel-it-in red zone with saltwater seafood and fry shack from boat to bite done right. Ball at the 9, first and goal. And the way that Grenna controls this offense, boy, you cannot afford to give them any extra yardage on penalties. Zings this one in for 6 to his brother Eric. They have hooked up again for the 4th time this year. Brother to brother. And that's going to be a Crossroads Ford touchdown. Crossroads Ford, the Ford store that gives you more. For Grenna, touchdown pass number 8.
This is a great job from Nick throwing the ball. Strong in that pocket, accurate throw. And then his brother, Eric, precise route runner, getting separation, finding the end zone, and this offense clicking on the ground and through the air.
Had a touchdown catch against Apex, a couple of touchdowns against Willow Springs in their overtime win a couple weeks ago. Another flag. Encroachment again on East Wake. They're going to kick it. Tyler Evans, the long snapper in the center. 53 for Cary. And they're going to bring the offense in and go for 2. What do you think of this call?
I think right now for Cary, they're feeling confident on the offensive end and want to be aggressive and feel like, hey, we're this close to the goal line. Let's go ahead and try to punch it in.
So Evans, who's played every snap on offense the last 2 years at center, gets set to hike it back to Grenna. So they're going to go for 2, and Grenna will keep it himself, no problem. Untouched until the last instant. 2-point try is good, and that makes it 22-7.
Yeah, that's why you go for it. When you've got a quarterback that you believe in and that runs the ball as well as Grenna does, and Tyler Evans right in the middle, leading the way. And here it is, quarterback design run. He sees that right A gap right next to the center, wide open, a clear path, and just bullies his way into the end zone.
Well, last week for this defense for East Wake, it was bend but don't break against Bunn. They were able to preserve the 2-point triumph, but here they were trailing this one by 15 on the road. They were feeling really good about kind of where they were coming off a win last week, 2-2. Both these teams will have an open week next week before they start their respective conference seasons in October. But right now, aided by that unsportsmanlike penalty, they find themselves down to a Cary offense that's rolling right now.
3 out of 4 drives the Imps have scored. 3 touchdowns, so they've been able to execute in the red zone. And Patrick, just the balance that they play with on the offensive end makes it so difficult on the defense. And for the Warriors, you've got to find a way to create a spark. You need one here on special teams, but on defense, you've got to find ways to get turnovers to slow down this group for the Imps.
Legacy Construction and Roofing kickoff. Hold everything, though. Here comes a flag. So it'll be offsides on Cary. Now the Imps will put it in play and kick it from the 35. We're going to have Zaki Rasulyan kicking it off, the sophomore. Legacy Construction and Roofing kickoff. Legacy Construction and Roofing, always here when you need us. That drives it down to the 11. Was the sophomore on the kick. And a nice return by Stone, who's back out there. And here comes a flag. Was this on Stone after the run? Or was this on Cary? Going to be on the Imps. Personal foul. Pick it up here, Stone. Stone, a little shove there, can't do that. Mari Durham is saying, oh, that made a good tackle. Put me on blast. He was trying to hide on the sideline, and the cameras, the eye in the sky, found him.
He's one of the stars in the secondary for the Imps. But running down there on
he got over to the sideline, though. He was trying to blend in, and there he is. Trying to get in with the crowd there. Did you ever do that after a penalty that was kind of that obvious?
I never got caught.
The correct answer for that is, well, I never did anything like that, but no, yours is I didn't get caught. Okay.
He's a great kid. Coach Tyrants loves the way he plays. And I'll tell you what, over on this Cary sideline, Patrick, the players are up. You can tell this is a group that's motivated, excited for their start, but wanting to continue this undefeated streak they're on.
Malloy gets rid of it in a hurry. And that's a nice move to break tackles and get some yardage by Short. They started Cameron Vaughn Joyner. Cam Joyner, the freshman at receiver tonight, but he's given way to Short, who has looked impressive.
It's a nice play. Yards after the catch, helping out Malloy. Your quarterback throws a nice strike on a swing pass, and Short does the rest. There's a lot of talented underclassmen for the Warriors. We've mentioned multiple sophomores and freshmen making plays tonight.
Arthritis, knee, and pain centers first down. Arthritis, knee pain relief without surgery or opioids. Gerard. That's stacked up. Good game, though. Warriors 4-3 a year ago in the Quad County 3A. Now members of the Northern 6A, 7A. In there with Heritage, Wake Forest, Knightdale, their rival, Franklinton, Vance County. We'll have an open week next week. Lost a couple weeks ago to Southeast Raleigh as that one is batted down. Loose ball. It's still on the turf. It's going to be scooped. And it's going to be taken by Atunku for 6. The scoop and score for Atunku. Our Crossroads Ford touchdown. Crossroads Ford, the Ford store that gives you more.
Now this is a heck of a play from Atunku, and I want you to watch his speed once he picks this ball up. Here's the hustle, though, and nice job by Ben Hines disrupting it. Then multiple him swarm to the ball, and watch 10 run, just breaking away from the pack. And he will be a national recruit by the time he's a senior, only a sophomore. And look at the M's hustling to the ball, creating the disruption with Atunku picking it up and taking off.
Mateos Meliza's snap. Malloy was not ready for it. Pressure was coming, and so he just unloaded it. And the way he got rid of it, that was a live ball. Some more movement. And again, East Wake, for the third time on an extra point, will be offsides. John Kern. What a turnaround for this Cary program. Atunku, the sophomore, gives them a spark out there on the kick team as well. 4-0 after just a 1-9 mark a year ago.
This is so impressive what Coleman Tyrants has done here at Cary. Coming into this year, having confidence in this group, and your biggest rival on your schedule, Apex Week 1. They beat them at Wake Med Soccer Park, and that momentum and the togetherness that they show from a coaching staff and head coach to these players, and the belief that he always displays, it permeates throughout this program. And Coach T dressed for success, and this team is on a roll, and it's because of his leadership.
I think it's getting a little hot in the jacket. What do you think?
You would probably like it once we get to October and the weather cools down a little bit. But I talked to him pregame. He said, hey, it's hot out here, but the jacket is coming on tonight. He looks good.
Legacy Construction and Roofing kickoff. Legacy Construction and Roofing always here when you need us. Good coverage downfield. Imps playing with a lot of moxie here at home. This is their second home game of 25. Do have a flag down on the field, however. It's going to be on East Wake. Stay tuned for the Affordable Dentures and Implants halftime report. We'll have this week's Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athletes, interviews, highlights, and more. Affordable Dentures and Implants. Save 15% on your dental treatment plan. Visit affordabledentures.com. So did you see that guy, the 58-year-old freshman who's playing D3 football? Did you see that?
I did see that. Pretty cool.
I mean, he's in tremendous shape.
Yeah.
Apparently worked for the, it's like a municipal worker, a city worker where he
he's a tough guy.
Was in, and now he's a freshman on the he's older than the head coach. Oh, the ball gets back and Malloy dives on it. And right now, that 2 minute, 3 seconds can't elapse quickly enough for the Warriors. They want to get to halftime and regroup.
It's out of rhythm for East Wake, and you said it. Yeah, this is a group that momentum shift after the last turnover and touchdown from Rutunku. That was a big loss for this team, and they've got to get to the break and try to find ways here in the second half to get success and to try to chip away at this deficit.
It's going to be another penalty. So, they're piling up on the Warriors. We've got 8 penalties in the first half. Frustrating half of football. Travis Hairston. That's over the head of his back. It was close to being a live ball also, and some pressure being put on by McDonald for Cary on Malloy. Hairston, the defensive coordinator at Roseville when they were state runner-up a couple of years ago, was on the state championship staffs at Parkland. Head coach at Granville Central for 1 year, came back to East Wake, and then was named the interim coach. That tag was removed before the season in 23 got underway after he led the program through spring ball. And that's going to be a delay of game.
Really enjoyed talking with Coach Hairston this week. Has a lot of belief in his players, and talked with us about the leaders of some of those upperclassmen and then the talent we discussed in the underclassmen group and what they're going to be able to do here the rest of this season and in the future for the Warriors.
So the delay of game is going to make it 3rd down in most of Walnut Street. Third and 25 officially. Malloy out of the end zone. It's going to be fumbled. Loose ball. Dived on. Kicked out of bounds. Oh, man. Haley could not get to it.
Are they going to say this is a completion? Let's see what they decide.
He ruled an incomplete pass. So it would not have been a live ball. That could have been a touchdown. It's pretty close, though.
The pressure up the middle.
It was Eli Kane putting the heat on. And then the tackle was made by Higdon. So now 4th and 25, and they're going to attempt to punt it away.
And it looks here as if Cary is not going to have a returner back, so they're going to load the line of scrimmage to try to block this kick.
Purvis had a really good effort on his lone punt, 45 yards. But he's got his work cut out for him here. You almost wonder, will they be better off maybe taking the safety and then being able to free kick it? Now they're going to put somebody back. It's going to be Sky Joyner back for Cary. A great job to get it away. All things considered, I think that's a success for this East Wake team, given how the first half has been for them. That is going to be spotted down at the 26. It's going to be 24 yards only, but if you consider everything that was going wrong and how quickly he had to get rid of it, he did a heck of a job. Now, question is, with a couple of timeouts in a minute 16, have you given this offense that Grinna is directing with the short field enough time for them to add another score? Grinna kept it. Spins his way to the 21.
He is so shifty, and many times with quarterbacks we talk about decision-making throwing the ball. For Grinna, though, he makes such smart decisions in the running game, whether to hand off to his teammates in the backfield on the zone read or whether to take it. He read the defensive end crashing down, and he pulled that and picked up positive yards.
Gain of 4. One with the pistol again. Melvin protects the football inside the 20. And the Imps version of the tush push. It's been in the headlines this week, huh?
Topic of discussion.
Cary takes the timeout, leaving him with 1. So 39.7, that tells me, Sonny, they're looking to score here.
They're looking for a touchdown. Here in this situation, you have a timeout in your back pocket still. Obviously, you've got to pick up the first down. You've got 2 downs to pick this up. Would not be surprised if they keep it on the ground. Just with the ability of the running game, they feel like they can break one free, and how the offense has controlled the line of scrimmage. Big decision here for Coach Tyrant's coming up and how he wants to execute, finish off this drive.
So Melvin has a rushing score tonight. Grinna with a touchdown pass and a run, and then the scooped score from the defense and the sophomore Anthony Atunku, who you highlighted before the game.
Well, it looks like they're going to say this is a first down. He picked it up, so they're going to move the sticks.
Oh, wow. So all that transpired during the timeout. Fresh set of downs. As Cary is in the red zone, the reel it in red zone with Saltwater Seafood and Fry Shack. Up the middle they go. Keeper by Grinna. And Grinna, a punishing run. We've got a East Wake player down. Grinna's helmet is interlocked with the East Wake player. So Grinna and Jalen Malloy, the younger brother of Maurice, had their helmets get locked up here. Malloy really wasn't in on that to the end, and then he falls down, and then look. Shed the hard hat. Grinna's got it on top of his head.
I don't see that too often.
No, you don't. So Malloy is definitely going to have to come out of the game. My question, Grinna have to come out? I guess not, since the helmet technically didn't come off during the play.
Yeah. It's good to see him get up, shake it off.
C.J. Timberlake, pick up linebacker. They're playing a lot of guys at linebacker tonight with Ruffin out. So Grinna takes it down to the 4, first and goal there. 30.4, 29 points for the Imps here in the first half. Their season's high 31 a couple weeks ago against Willow Springs, so they could surpass that on this play.
The clock is moving. Still have the one timeout, but the Imps getting close to the halftime break.
Going to give it to Collier, and Collier in for the 6. So it'll be Cary's third rushing score of the game from a third different player. Crossroads Ford's touchdown, Crossroads Ford, the Ford score that gives you more. 35-7.
Collier just finding the open lane, seeing that right side open up, a crease there, and you see the emotion. He played really well here in the first half as this whole Cary team relying on the running game for another touchdown on the ground.
Boy, the Imps are rolling here at home tonight. And Kern parks the uprights again. 36-7. And Collier gets his first touchdown of the year.
Collier part of that backfield with Melvin, Stevens, and showing off his talent, working together with the offensive line. You can just tell the confidence in this program and with these players, the fun they're having. We could sense it during pregame warm-ups, and you can see all that hard work, that belief that they've shown throughout the offseason. It's all paying off, and they're really playing well together.
Well, we've talked about it in previous broadcasts with Cary the last couple of years and earlier this year when we had him. And Sonny, this is a lot of these guys on this roster played Pop Warner.
Yeah, they go way back.
Coach T coached a lot of these guys since they were young fellas, and there's a real sense of family around this program. And you look at the job here Coleman Tyrants has done. It's pretty remarkable. There's been some tough goes of it. He went to Apex and transferred to Cardinal Gibbons, played defensive line at Western Carolina, and has just been involved in the community since his playing days. Here's the kickoff for Legacy Construction and Roofing. Stone at the 10, at the 20. Fumbled it, and he's going to be ruled down. Boy, if it could go wrong, it has gone wrong for East Wake this half.
East Wake's just going to have to regroup and come out with a clean slate in the second half and try to create some positive plays on both sides of the ball. And for the Warriors coming in this game 2-2, they knew this would be a challenge on the road against the Imps. Travis Hairston will make some adjustments during the break.
What would you say chief among them is going to be? What's the message?
I think on defense, you have to find a way to stop the ground game. And if that's going single coverage on the outside, so be it. But you've got to stop the Imps, to not allow them to be a passing offense and running offense, so they have success in both areas. So you have to take something away on offense. I think you've got to give Malloy enough time to throw some shots down the field and drive the ball to create some big plays through the air, and also get him out on the edge, allow him to use his speed.
Well, they went on the ground just in the event that Gerard, who's got their long touchdown tonight, might be able to break something. Cary was there, and it has been all Imps here in the first 30 minutes of action tonight, first 24 minutes of action tonight. Let's send it to Madison.
Well, Coach, we saw a lot of action offensively, but I've never seen someone in a suit run so fast on that Anthony Ntuku scoop and score. What was your reaction to that?
Well, I was just proud of the hustle our defensive end did on Michael McDonald on getting back there, pushing the ball back, and then Anthony Ntuku, sophomore, making a great play and showing his speed.
Well,
I'm proud of him.
You've preached it all week long. A balanced offense is what you want. You established that run game early, and then you saw some great things through the air as well. How proud of you are you of that group?
I'm proud of them. It was the first half, so if we keep it up the next couple minutes, I think we can finish the game.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Talk to you guys.
Gonna have to definitely get the suit dry cleaned this week.
He's working hard down there.
He is.
He deserves the success. His team is playing great.
Well, they are up with the most points they've scored in a game this season at the half, 36-7, and they've done it a variety of ways. The Imps with a stellar first half of play on Friday Night Rivals.
You're watching the Affordable Dentures and Implants Halftime Report. Save 15% on most dental treatment plans, $1,000 and more at Affordable Dentures and Implants. Visit AffordableDentures.com.
And now it's time for the Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athletes of the Week. Presenting the award for Tatum and Atkinson is Susan Atkinson.
Tatum and Atkinson is proud to present the Friday Night Rivals Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athlete of the Week from East Wake High School. The Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athlete of the Week is Connor 2. Connor is a letter winner in soccer and track and field, is a track and field regional qualifier, and carries a 4.52 GPA. Connor is first in his class, is 3-year class vice president, and is a member of National Honor Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Chess Club, and Art Club. Connor also serves his community through Backpack Buddies and church mission trips. From Cary High School, the Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athlete of the Week is Tylen Thompson. Tylen is football team captain, a track and field national qualifier, and carries a 4.4 GPA. Tylen is 3-time academic all-conference, is a junior marshal, and is a recipient of the Project Management Award.
Congratulations to our Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athlete of the Week.
This All-Star is now entered for a $5,000 scholarship at the end of the season. Tatum and Atkinson. Injured in a wreck? Call the heavy hitters.
Once again, congratulations to our Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athletes of the Week. And now I am joined by the principal for Cary High School, Nolan Bryant. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here to help us celebrate tonight and enjoy this game.
Well, your team is really enjoying this game. What a start for the Imps. In this student section, they are loving it. How bought in are they to this athletics program?
Oh, my gosh. There's such great support for our programs here. We're so proud of the team. They've been working really hard. We've had some down years. This has been probably the best year we've had in over a couple of decades. So we're really excited about the start.
And I know that the Cary community runs deep and everyone is rallying around this program. How much does that mean to you as the principal of the school?
Oh, it just makes me proud. I'm repping my green tonight, of course, because I just want to show off how proud I am of our community. We have an amazing community here at Cary High School that just really shows love. Whether we're up or down, it's nice for us to be able to put it out on the field and actually bring some wins this year so all these loyal fans can feel it. So.
And you guys have been on Friday Night Rivals now 2 times this season. What does that mean to this program?
Well, it's been a real blessing to have you guys here with us twice this year. That opening game against our hated rival that we played for over 100 years. That was a great way to open the season. We got a really tough battle tonight on our hands against East Wake. They're a very talented team, and so we're just glad you guys are here again making this a special event for both of our squads. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, and we will be back with more of our halftime report right after this.
You're watching the Affordable Dentures and Implants Halftime Report. Save 15% on most dental treatment plans, $1,000 and more, at Affordable Dentures and Implants. Visit AffordableDentures.com.
Welcome back into the halftime report. I am now joined by the principal for East Wake Magnet High School, Eric Belisle. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I know it's your school's debut on Friday Night Rivals. How excited was this school for this opportunity?
Well, I know the coach had mentioned he's not sure if they were ever on TV before, so a lot of the kids didn't know what was happening, so they were excited to have that opportunity.
In this program, this football program, how much does it mean to your community at East Wake?
It means a lot. They've started off really well this season. They're 2-2, and the support that we've gotten from the community over the last month and a half with the program growing, it's been great.
And it's your first year, you told me right before we came on camera, at East Wake. How are you adjusting to the role? How are you liking that community?
The community's been great. They've welcomed me, both Wendell and Zebulon. Families talking to me, and just everything out there has been great, and I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. Once again, that was Eric Belisle from East Wake Magnet High School. We will be back with more of our halftime report right after this.
You're watching the Affordable Dentures and Implants Halftime Report. Save 15% on most dental treatment plans, $1,000 and more, at Affordable Dentures and Implants. Visit AffordableDentures.com.
Welcome back. I am now here with one of the top 10 rushers in North Carolina history and the undisputed top rusher from Cary High School, Josh Adams. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I know that you consistently give motivational speeches or pregame speeches to this team. What did you tell them before tonight's game?
I just told them, continue to do what they've been doing this year. Know that East Wake's going to come out and fight them, a good fight. So just do what they do best, and let's make it happen.
And you've kept up with this Cary team over the years, starting undefeated this season. What sticks out about this group of guys?
These guys have, really put in the work all season. I've watched them develop over time, and I think that, they're coming together as one unit and just continue to play hard.
Well, we're down here in the end zone, and before we came on camera, you told me this is where I like to be. But earlier this week, you got to sit down with Coach Tyrens and Jay Stonholter for a quick conversation, and we have a preview of that, so let's take a look at it.
Here with the all-time leading rusher in Cary's illustrious history and top 10 rusher of all time in North Carolina, Josh Adams.
Yeah, Jay, thanks for having me. It's an amazing experience. Just been able to come back to such a great place that has great, rich tradition, and be able to share that not only with my family, but up and coming, the new team here has been a very special privilege for me to be back this year.
I had a chance to watch him play 2 high school games and to see how packed Cary was, to watch him. It was always awesome. I like when he's around because they're seeing someone that's done it, that has been there at the school, walked the same halls, the same field, the same track. Cary hasn't changed, right? The oldest public high school in North Carolina. And with our land, nothing really has changed. To tell a kid, like, I've worn that jersey, or I've walked down those halls, or I've came down to this parking lot, or this field house is here, and my locker is right there. Someone's listening.
And what does it mean to you to be the top rusher in the school history?
I mean, it's numerous people that helped me get to where I am today, from my teammates, my administrative staff during that time. Give my praises to the community.
And I know that you have a day in your name, Josh Adams Day.
It's a blessing. You know, that's not something you hear every day. So to be able to have my own day in Cary, January 8th, 2008, I was given a proclamation to receive my own day in which, you know, we've been able to give back to the community in numerous ways through nonprofit organization. My mother was actually employed by Wake County, so she's always been a bus driver, or my aunt, or somebody in my family. So I've been enriched in this tradition since I've been a little kid. So I've taken a day, not only made it about me, but I've made it about my community, most importantly.
I'd imagine if you were coaching him now, you probably wouldn't throw the ball much. You'd probably give him the ball.
Yeah, give him the ball.
I can put up some yards now.
He can call you out of the stands.
Oh, yeah.
No pulled hamstrings. That's the only thing I worry about.
Oh, no, they say you stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
With Jay Sunholder in the booth, Patrick Johnson, and Sonny, seems like he just means an awful lot to this Cary football family and really the Cary community as a whole.
It was so great to sit down with Josh and Coach Tyrants and just hear from Josh how much he cares about the players in the program now and how he wants to help them and see the whole community succeed. And he's a player that these players really respect. And if people want to see the whole conversation, it's on the WRDC Sports YouTube in full.
Well, let's take a look at some of our highlights from the first half. Cary with 36 points, and they got going early. Melvin got the call at starting running back tonight because of an injury, and he took advantage.
Yeah, he just took over running the football, catching the ball, and on defense. He was all over the field, and they brought a lot of emotion to his team, and it was Grenna running the ball as well. The next drive, he capitalizes in the end zone, calling his number for a big touchdown.
Nick Grenna is so special. He's got it done with his legs and through the air tonight as well. This made it 14-7 at the time.
And East Wake finding a response and going right up the middle. It was Kalen Gerard. But the Imps came back in a strong way. Now throwing the ball, it was Nick to Zach, brother to brother, connecting in the end zone. Then the two-point conversion was good as the Imps were being aggressive.
And then this mistake, the live ball and the scoop and score. The defensive lineman's dream scenario.
And Michael McDonald creating the pressure and Atuku cleaning it up. Easy pass to the end zone, and Cary just kept rolling, capitalizing on every opportunity here at the end of the half. Ian Collier finishing off in the end zone with another touchdown.
So no Tony Stevens tonight, no problem. And our game summary, let's check it out. The Stars and Strikes game summary. And you can get away and play at Stars and Strikes in Raleigh, North Carolina, located on Capitol Boulevard.
It's Cary dominating in the first half, 204 total yards, 0 turnovers. That's the key. They protected the football, and they were set up with a lot of situations where they had short fields because of their defense and special teams. But there's been a complete half for the Imps, and the Warriors had to find a way to regroup and get some strong play here in the second half.
Imps come in averaging 351 yards of total offense, and they are 2/3 of the way to that at the break. Well, now some Friday Night Rivals highlights for you from around the country.
Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals highlights from across the country.
Really firing the ball deep. He's got a receiver. He also has a defender near him who comes down with the ball.
Catch.
Interception.
No, Rickards caught it.
I thought it was picked.
No, Rickards caught it.
play fake. De Blasio's rolling to throw. Will launch upfield. Oh, what a catch in traffic. And breaking free is Wyndham. And he dives towards the pylon, gets his touchdown.
Wow.
How about the effort by Wyndham? The catch in congestion, and then he turns up the sideline and dives to the pylon and scores. Watch this. This was something else right here. There's been some big plays in this game tonight. And this ranks.
And Gilson is going to throw it outside, and it's intercepted. It is picked off. And this could be a house call. And he dives ahead. Justice Tilla.
Colbert looks to pass. Got plenty of time. Now here comes the pressure. Going to try to get it to Keel and does. Keel keeps his feet. Look at Keel. Weston Keel's going to keep his feet, and he's going to go 10-5. Touchdown. Bearcat.
Canadian backs got time to throw. It does so. The corner of the end zone. Jump ball. They're going to call a flag on Simmons. And he caught it. Did he catch it? They give it to him right here.
Cary with an impressive first half. We're winding down things here at the break. And before we get ready for second half action, let's send it back down to Madison Little. She spoke with the head coach of the Warriors.
Yeah, I had the chance to catch up with Travis Hairston at the half, and he told me his team is not giving up. He said the message at half was, we still have a whole half of football to play. Now we have to decide, are we going to roll over, or are we going to be the team that fights? I asked him what the priority was going to be in the second half, and he told me we have to figure out a way to stop the Cary run somehow.
Well, that'll be the challenge, and they'll have a lot of things to overcome. Close to double-digit penalties, some turnovers, and things they need to clean up. What will you look for out of them in the second half? Obviously, you want to try in the first few minutes of the third quarter to see if you can maybe get back in this thing. But as you look towards the open week next week and then conference play starting, what do you need to build on here for East Wake?
I think they just have to take it small steps here. And Coach Harrison talked with Madison about stopping the run. I think the second half, they need to load up the box and do a good job in run support, and even if that means one-on-one coverage on the outside, they've got to try to take something away from Cary. They cannot allow them to run and throw it, so they need to slow down the running game. So I would watch that to see how they try to defend the Imps and slow them down. And then on offense, I think you've got to have some guys step up and allow Malloy to get out on the edge and use his speed, whether it's running the ball or getting away from the defense with designed throws on the perimeter. But he's a talented player and one of your best on the team, so you've got to find a way to get him going and create a spark. And drive the ball down the field and have some big plays.
Well, let's talk about Cary, and I mean, boy, what a first half that they had. Their season high in points already here at halftime. 36-7 they lead as we get ready to start the second half. They're also going into an open week, so you don't want to have anything really drop off from an execution standpoint this half of football.
I think with the bye next week and knowing you're going to get rest, you're going to see this Cary team just continue to be physical and try to run the ball and make sure they don't let up in the second half. And with some of the injuries that have kind of happened here during the game, Melvin's been able to come back in and he's looked dominant. So I think for them, just continue to play the same style that they played in the first half, but you do not want to relax in this situation, especially with next week coming up. You'll have time to kind of prepare and get your bodies back. You want to see your guys come out there with the same mentality that they started off this ballgame with.
So Zaki Rasulyan will get ready to kick off. Imps looking to move to 5-0, their best start since 2004. Kenny Larry is back for East Wake, and we've got our Legacy Construction and Roofing kickoff. Legacy Construction and Roofing, always there when you need us. Here's a good return by Stone. And Stone with a good fired up start. He's played with a lot of emotion tonight. It's gotten the better of him, but that's the type of emotion you can ride to a positive play, and he did there.
As a young sophomore, and he's one of the bright spots in this underclassmen group, and he can do it on offense, defense, and you see it on special teams. You want to see guys step up, especially when you face adversity. The first half did not go the way of the Warriors. Who's going to come out here and play hard and make plays for your team? And Stone showing his talent.
Tough half for Malloy in the offense. He did cut it to 7 at one point, but Cary, since that juncture, has ripped off 22 unanswered. That's going to be a face mask. So really, if you're both sides here for East Wake, good start and run the ball. Now you get some penalty yardage off that first handoff, but if you're Cary, things a little sloppy with the face mask, it appears.
Yeah, for Cary, they played clean in the first half. You do not want to come out and make mistakes and allow your opponent to get a drive going and get their confidence back. And you see the face mask right there just trying to make a play. But for the Warriors, my mentality coming out of the break is, hey, we've got to flip things around. We've got to come out here and let's get a drive and put a touchdown up on the board coming out of the break.
It'll be 2nd and 5. Roy lobs it out to Larry in the right flats. He's out of bounds, stops the clock with 11:21 to go.
Kenny Larry, tight end, move him around in the formation, and a safety valve for Malloy in the passing game. Right now, Malloy just looks comfortable in the pocket. This East Wake offense coming out here, and they look determined on this drive.
Air Experts first down. Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Schedule your tune-up today at airexperts.com. Larry, the 5'7", 145-pound senior tight end, came in with 7 receptions, tied for the second most on the team. That's a good run by Davis. And East Wake has come out with a little bit of renewed focus.
And I like the intensity that they're playing with, and you can see up front just the physical nature and the leverage they're getting on this drive, staying low and pushing the defensive line back.
It's a pickup of 6. Harris is split out. Top of the screen. Malloy tucks and keeps, and he gets out of bounds.
And Travis Hairston talked with us this week, Patrick, just about the talent of Malloy and what his 3 years experience does for his team and just the leadership and directing this offense. And you can tell that he's a talented player. And there's Travis Hairston. Really fun to talk to. Great guy and for him with this team. They respect him and his leadership so much.
Air Experts first down. Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Schedule your tune-up today at airexperts.com. Mikey Anderton calling the plays. He's a college baseball player at VCU, and then William Peace here in Raleigh. It's Gerard who's got their lone touchdown tonight. He's able to get a couple. I say here in Raleigh, this is Cary, of course, and you can't. As a Cary native, are you offended by that? Or
I'm not. No. You corrected it quickly.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have.
It hung out there for a minute.
Yeah. I gave you a chance to pull it back.
I got you. For once.
There it is. Cary High School.
Malloy to the air. Throws a good deep ball, and that is grabbed for a score and a touchdown. 26-yard hookup as he's able to work it to Harris, but they're going to say actually he did not make the catch inbounds. Wow.
The one-on-one coverage on the outside. Malloy throws a beautiful ball at Harris, 6'2".
Oh, wow.
Did a nice job.
That's a catch.
Keeping that foot in.
Yep.
That right foot. There's the ball into the body. Looked like he had control.
If there were replay, it would be overturned.
Well, and those two guys, that's a difficult play to make when you're tight roping over on the sideline. And Harris just concentrating and bringing that ball in.
So when it rains, it pours if you're East Wake. I mean, they put together a really good drive out of half. And now they get a delay of game. Coach Hairston expressing some concern. It was interesting for him. He started his career as a JV offensive line coach at Parkland High School. He had played center at Winston-Salem State. And then after a year of that, he got moved up to the varsity, Coach Hairston did, and he was coaching the DB. So he'd gone from offense to defense. And what's interesting, he said he talked to a lot of his old defensive coaches at Winston-Salem State, but also at Wake Forest. Malloy. Nice catch made at the 13. That time, it is going to be ruled a catch for Latrell Harris.
Well, I like how East Wake's offense has responded. And they still have ways to go here for the touchdown, but Malloy throwing the ball accurately, reading the defense, finding the coverage, and Harris sitting in that zone. Such a big target on the outside.
Play hits for 17 as they go inside the red zone here. And that's going to be a good run down to the 6, maybe 7-yard line. Reel it in red zone with Saltwater Seafood and Fry Shack, from boat to bite, done right. This has been a really impressive drive.
And Coach Hairston's message, you can tell it resonated with this team at the break. They've come out and been inspired here early on.
Not much on the ground for Jones.
Jones on the carry. 55, Eli Sewell.
Sewell made the tackle. Elias Sewell, 5'10", 230-pound senior for Cary. Also Tunku there. Going to be a 3rd and short after no gain. Blitz comes. Malloy gets sacked. Nice work. They sent the blitzer, and Ben Hines comes up with the sack.
Well, Ben Hines has been all over the field tonight, and they brought him on the delayed blitz right up the middle through the A-gap, and he's gotten home. That was a big play from the defender, and Cary's defense standing strong here on the goal line.
Loss of 7. That's Hines' first sack of the season. 4th down. Pressure comes again. Malloy heaves it towards the end zone. It'll be incomplete. The pressure was coming. He had Joyner and others in his grill, and Malloy is slow to get up. He tried to work it to Larry, who was covered very well by Spivey.
East Wake's offense here trying to go through the air, and that pass rush from the Imps quickly gets into the backfield and forces Malloy to give his wide receiver a chance. Ball a little bit too far, and East Wake looked really good throughout that drive. Felt like maybe they had a touchdown, and you see him down on the ground after that hit.
Check it was Spinks on the coverage, and we'll step aside. 7:55 to go in the third. Now Maurice Malloy in some discomfort. He goes to the bench. Look at Madison to check on him on the sideline. And the senior came out, and they did a pretty good job of working the ball down, but Cary on those last 2 plays kind of exercised their will.
And they brought the blitz and just pressured that Warrior offense.
Look at Melvin run for a first. Takes it from the 14 and gets it all the way out to the 35, 21 yards on the scamper for Melvin, who's been fantastic tonight.
He's just been great in the way that he runs the ball and he gets to the second level. He is so physical. How do you bring him down? It takes 5 players. That offensive line rolling up front, working so well together with the backs.
Air Experts first down. Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Schedule your tune-up today at airexperts.com. 7.5 to go in the third. Little hesitation on that handoff. I'm not so sure Grenna wanted to maybe keep that one himself. It's Collier on the assignment, and he picks up 4.
With this Cary running game, they've got so much talent, and there's different styles with which they run. And Grenna, Collier, Melvin, all 3 of those guys kind of take turns, but they're physical, they're fast, elusive. The vision that they all have, it makes it so difficult on a defense to contain them.
Falling forward. Third and very manageable. Ian Collier getting some additional carries tonight, with Melvin playing as a 2-way star for the Imps, and Tony Stevens not available tonight for Cary. We'll have an extra week to get ready to go for the start of conference play, and they open up with Holly Springs in a couple of weeks. Big hole up the middle, and they continue to pound the rock. That's Collier with a first.
They're just leaning on their offensive line. Watch the group up front. The double team blocks the movement, getting pushed to the second level. The Imps keeping it on the ground. And I'll tell you, when you look at teams that win championships, it's about running the ball, stopping the run, and the Imps, that's the main reason for their success this year.
Collier went for 11. Not a whole lot there for Nick Grenna on the keeper. So, Sonny, they'll have Holly Springs on the road and then at Sanderson. And because of the new conference member that's not playing varsity this year, the new school, they'll have the benefit of an extra open week on the 17th. And then they'll finish with Middle Creek and Cardinal Gibbons here. Grenna spins his way down to the 36. So you look at what they have, a couple of conference road games and then finishing up the league play here at home. It'll be interesting to see how they fare in the Triangle Six.
This is a deep conference, and I think very evenly matched with everybody having good starts to the year in that conference. In the last ball game of the year, Cardinal Gibbons, that's one of the top teams in the state. But this is a Cary group that's improved every week. They're undefeated right now, and they have momentum.
Air Experts first down. Grenna out of the pistol, hands to Melvin, and he gets downhill. Just barreling over Warrior defenders. Flag comes in, though, trailing the play. A couple of them, in fact, litter the field here at Cooper Field. Going to be a hold. I think they got Spivey based on his reaction. Those neon gloves, that probably doesn't help if you have the neon gloves on. Now, Spivey's nowhere near the play. But you talked, what did you say earlier? I never got caught?
Never caught.
But you didn't have neon gloves on. Like a highlight. Right?
Yeah, I didn't have neon gloves.
Another encroachment penalty coming after the hard count by Grenna. This is a Cary offensive line. They're not the biggest group. They average just 224 among the five of them, but they're very connected with one another.
It's one of the leaders up front, Tyler Evans. Coach Tyrants talked about what he's done for this program and just the leadership that he provides. A great kid. And he's been a mainstay with Grenna, those two, center and quarterback, that relationship.
Snap floats back to Grenna. Now he'll zing it down the field and overshot his brother Eric. Short was in the neighborhood defensively. Imps mentioned their prowess running the football. Last year, Sonny, they averaged under 115 yards per game rushing. This year, coming into tonight, it was 249 on the ground through their first four games on average.
And they've worn out their opponents, and that's been something that Coach Tyrants has focused on, is winning in the third and fourth quarters.
Glances off the hands of Melvin. East Wake sniffed that out pretty good. So now 3rd and 12.
East Wake comes off the ball quickly. They recognize that swing pass to Melvin. They make it difficult with the hustle on the outside. And here I would bring pressure on the Imps. Try to get a big play.
Andre Williams, one of those that were back there. Pressure comes, Grenna, and it is going to be broken up. Near pick for short.
We see Short right in the middle of the screen. Number 6 drives on this ball, almost able to come in front to pick it off. The young sophomore, though, one of the top players on this defense because of his recognition. Good play.
Tried to work at the corner, who I don't believe has a catch tonight. Quick kick. Oh, takes a bounce at the 10 and then out of bounds. Stops the clock with 4:36 to go. Same score we had at the half. Riddle and Riddle, Friday Night Rivals, presented by the University of North Carolina. Now 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. Patrick Johnson, Jay Sunhalder, Madison Little on the sidelines. And let's send it back downfield side to Madison.
Well, Patrick, both Malloy brothers are on the bench with trainers right now. Maurice, we saw him take that big hit. He is dealing with his pain in his left hip. And Jalen, they're looking at his neck. He does have a helmet on right now, but it is unlikely that they will return. So this East Wake offense is going to try to get something going, but they'll have to do it without the Malloy brothers for now.
Wow. Tough blow. And now Javion Johnson, who has thrown just one pass all year, the sophomore, comes in to play quarterback. Oh, and that one left high. He hung out his receiver Stone. A late flag comes in. It's a little bit of a weak call. Stone crashed down to the turf, but the ball was floated. I didn't see anything wrong with that hit.
It looked like he went towards the legs. We'll see what the decision is as there's a conversation, but good job by Stone shaking it off here and walking off the field.
Got the ball out in a hurry, and it floated on him. It was high pointed, and then Stone got cut out of the air, and that's a tough call on Cary. And Coach T is unhappy, and I don't blame him. I mean, that's nothing at all wrong with that, is it?
I just think he was trying to hold up too. You know, he's coming over to make a play and just unfortunately fall, but I think he went in there just right at the hip.
So Spinks, tough break on him. He would say football play, right?
Yeah.
Coleman Tyrants is giving the officials an earful. I wonder at what point will he loosen the tie?
Not till the game's over.
High snap, and the freshman Davis able to get very little. Might have picked up a yard. Melvin was there defensively. He's been everywhere tonight.
He's been so good. Just one of those guys that doesn't come off the field, loves football so much. Players respect him. What he does off the field, but also his talent on the field. He just stands out.
There's a touchdown tonight offensively. 24 tackles coming in, 4 tackles for loss. And a lot of ring-clad defenders quickly over to Garrard. He gained 1. Spotted at the 30. These high snaps are not helping, are they?
And the timing, it's tough when you've got to reach up for the ball. Garrard doing what he could to try to move forward to set up this third down.
Johnson in for Malloy. Out with a hip injury as Madison reported. Cary looking to bring some pressure. Quick delivery out in the flats. Spinning away is Harris. And the ball out. The Imps all over it. Was able to hang on. Well, he put it on the turf.
Really good work from Tylen Thompson, staying with it here, being physical in coverage, and coming over with Spinks. Those two working as a tandem.
Yeah, it did come out, but he was able to fall on it at the 31, so to bring up 4th down and they'll punt. But Johnson did a nice job to get rid of it quickly, but the Imps are just swarming to the pigskin right now. Comes down to the 40. It's going to be a return of 1. So a 29-yard punt, 1-yard return, 28 on the net. And we'll have, coming up later on, our player of the game for Central Carolina Chevy dealers. Have it for you during the fourth quarter of tonight's game. And we'll select the player of the game. Visit your Central Carolina Chevy dealer today. Here's Collier getting downhill, picking his way into East Wake territory. I'm going to spot him at the 44-yard line.
I think the Imps are going to keep the ball on the ground. No reason to throw when you're having success. And I'll tell you one thing, we talked about the offensive linemen doing their job. The wide receivers are being physical and helping out Ian Collier and the other backs tonight out on the perimeter, creating more gaps for them to run through.
Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing first down. Schedule your tune-up today at airexperts.com. Grenna takes off. Grenna spinning. Grenna with first down yardage at the 30. And that's going to be another run from Grenna. And we've got a Warrior player shaken up. So the road ahead for the Warriors as they attend to the injured linemen the open week next week, and then they'll get Heritage for the conference opener at home, Wake Forest. And of course that program is certainly going through a lot right now, are the Cougars. On the road at Franklinton on a home date for the senior date with Vance County. The Vipers coming in on the 24th, and then on Halloween their rivalry with Knightdale. Well, stay tuned. Later on in tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. (36-7), that was our score at the break. Cary jumped out on their second drive 7-0 and would score on 3 of their first 4 efforts. And Dion Kennedy up and able to walk off on his own power. That's good. Get the sense after tonight the open week might be coming at a good time for the Warriors.
Especially tonight with some of their top players going over to the sideline as well as coming in short-handed. This is the time where they can get healthy, regroup, and assess where they're at as they get ready for conference play.
Receivers bunched up to the left of the formation for Grenna. And this will be hung up in the air and be intercepted at the 3-yard line, picked off by Stone. And for Grenna, he's going to throw his 4th pick of the year. That's the 3rd interception from the Warriors.
Zion Stone just playing in center field, reading the eyes, and breaks in front, goes up and high points the ball right in front of the wide receiver. It's been a bright spot on this Warriors defense with his talent, speed on the back end, making plays, and that's the first turnover tonight for the defense.
And Jamar Williams in there defensively at 375, and Grenna said, I got to get rid of this football with that guy barreling down.
That pressure up front forced him to throw that ball a little bit quicker than he wanted to.
So Johnson will come out for another drive here. His team down 29 with 1:14 to go in the 3rd. Warriors able to get a win last week. Had a tough loss on the Thursday before Labor Day to Rocky Mount on the road by 6 after they won their opener against Durham Riverside. They passed for 212 yards against Rocky Mount in that opener. and defensively did a pretty good job against the Griffons. Now, they did allow 240 yards rushing, but they only allowed 1 yard passing to Rocky Mount in that game. It's going to be off the hands of Stone. And it'll be 3rd down.
This is going to be valuable playing time for Javion Johnson, only a sophomore, the young quarterback coming in from Malloy out with the injury. And he's shown a strong arm, but he's the guy that these reps are so important for him as he continues on this season and throughout his time in the program.
So there was a game earlier this year where you just mentioned Rocky Mount 1 yard passing against East Wake. It was Havelock had no yards passing in their game against New Bern earlier in the year. New Bern, by the way, made the trip across state to play Huff tonight.
They didn't fly for that one?
Actually, they left yesterday and spent the night last night and spending it tonight in Charlotte.
Long trip.
Yep. But no, they didn't charter an airline. And there is a flight from New Bern to Charlotte.
A private jet.
PJ, nope.
Cary's defense, again, standing strong. It's been a big night for the Imps on that side of the ball. Only giving up 7 points, forcing another 4th and long.
4th punt for Purvis tonight. Long is 45 yards, gets that one away. Flag comes sailing in. There's one that scraped the heavens and only went 19 yards. Let's see what the flag is all about. I don't know if I'd call the 3rd quarter sloppy, but it has been a tad ragged.
There's been a lot of stoppages. Just it hasn't been a flow to it. No flow.
You know, outside of that opening drive by East Wake, then they were stymied down in the goal-to-go situation. Got it down to the 1, but couldn't do anything with it.
Still waiting for a signal.
So we're going to kick it again following the delay game.
I'm more of a baseball guy, so I don't know what that signal was, but it's still 4th down. 5-yard penalty on Cary.
So it's going to be kicked again. It says didn't put any yardage on there, so it's going to again come from the 12. This one now snapped over the head, and it's going to be a safety.
And that's a safety.
Purvis dived on it, and that makes it 38-7. So a 31-point lead for the Imps.
The Imps special teams unit has been coming for blocks all night. I just think that pressure forced that snap to go a little bit high, and the Imps were there and benefiting from that rush, and the special teams unit has been one of the bright spots all night long for Cary.
Night for East Wake. Point spread here. So now this will be a free kick. Wake trying to get the right personnel out there. Wallace awaits the kick. And here it comes. Bounced over Wallace's head, picked up by Joyner. Joyner. Flag comes flying in. A couple of them did. And now another flag is thrown. Now the flag that was just thrown was pretty cheap because you had a couple of guys jawing at each other because, you know, that happens in a football game. And they throw another flag.
You disagree with that one, huh?
I mean, the guys hit, they said something to each other, and then they went to their sidelines.
Let's see the call.
Well, it was after the play, so you're not going to necessarily see it. I mean, the hold, that's one thing. And then unsportsmanlike on Cary.
Here on the return, we'll see the hold right there. He's getting around the edge. That's the first set of flags.
All right, and then you see the little scrum there at the top. It had nothing to do with that. This was away from the ball where the flag came in. And it was actually less egregious than that was. That was more egregious. But they decided that the one 20 yards away, they would throw the flag on. I don't think it's funny.
We'll move forward.
Well, we should, but I'm just saying that was just the poor.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay. I would hope. I'm exactly going out on a limb here.
Taking a chance.
No, not exactly. Brenna going to take a chance, though, trying to work at the corn. Going to be incomplete. Good job defensively by Caleb Dixon.
All right, well, Cary's still firing away. He's looking for more. There should be one more play before we start the fourth quarter.
Brenna goes 2-by-2 with his receivers. Collier, nice cut. And he's down at the 41. So he gets a 15-yard rip to end the third. Cary with a safety in the frame. And they will try to put a bow on the 5-0 start, 12 minutes away from victory number 5 to start the 2025 year. Riddle and Riddle, Friday Night Rivals, presented by UNC.
It's been a tough few weeks here for the football community in the Triangle area as teams locally rally behind Wake Forest and their head coach, Reggie Lucas. Coach Lucas tragically lost his wife last week, and in efforts to help relieve some of the financial burden that comes with loss, a memorial donation has been set up for the Lucas family. If you are able to help support the Lucases in any way, we've included a link on your screen. Coach Coleman Tyrants of Cary High School told me that his team stands behind Wake Forest and they are willing to help in any way possible. Patrick.
Tough situation, and certainly our condolences go out to Reggie Lucas and the entire Wake Forest community and that football program. Boy, I'll never forget a couple weeks ago, Coach Lucas coming up before the game at Leesville Road saying, got an emergency, I've got to leave. And little did we know the extent of that at the time. Collier is down, probably cramping up because he's got a sufficient workload tonight. One that far exceeds his season. Just had 4 carries coming in. He's been around a dozen totes tonight. Well, let's check out the Stars and Strikes game summary for the third quarter. Get away and play at Stars and Strikes in Raleigh, NC, located on Capitol Boulevard. 280 for Cary, 210 coming on the ground. And the penalties really piling up, 22 between the two, and a good majority of them were thrown on both sides in that third quarter.
Now, the number that stands out is 210 rushing yards for the Imp. When you can run the ball at that level, you're going to have a lot of success. And in the third quarter, the penalties, you stated, started to rack up. And
yeah, that's the number that stands out to me, Sonny.
You're still on that.
Yes.
You won't let it go. There's Ian Collier coming off. He's had a big night. Coleman Tyrants. The running game has been rolling.
So the ball is at the 43 after a pickup of a couple. 2nd and 8. Hall of Fame night here. Cooper Field, Cary High School. So now Luke McCarthy, the junior, will be in at quarterback. And they're going to go to some of the backups here late in the game. Ben Hines getting a carry. Hines is so good defensively, you know he's fired up about this.
An opportunity for players, and some of them reserves and some guys that are getting some more time here in the offensive end. So it should be a fun fourth quarter watching some of the younger players get some action.
As a two-way star that you were at Athens Drive and then Wakefield, if you were tired defensively, but then you got to go in and play offense, did you all of a sudden catch a second win?
I'll tell you, you do, but I didn't ever want to come off the field. I mean, you want to stay out there as much as
I'm not
possible.
saying Ben Hines was tired, but if he were, all of a sudden he's fired up.
No, he's excited about this opportunity. I just mean in general, like, that's what makes high school football so special, is the ability to play both ways, and you practice on both sides of the ball.
Hines spinning free. Maybe shy a couple yards of the first. So that'll turn it over on downs. He's fired up, comes off. Melvin gives him a little dap.
That was a good, nice run. Look at the balance staying up and multiple guys coming over. I know they didn't pick it up, but that was a good effort, running physical and staying low. And now he's going to stay out on the field and go back to his position at linebacker. And
now he's going to get to come off here.
Looks like they're going to
get a breather.
Yeah, give him a rest.
Yeah.
Had a really good night. Very productive.
That was a pretty good little run, though, wasn't it?
It was. He's been coming on the blitz tonight. They've been bringing pressure with him right up the middle.
Johnson, 5'10", 165-pound sophomore. Another high snap. Gets that one to Stone, who makes another catch, and then Stone got lit up. Tunku got the scoop and score earlier, blasted him there.
He has a burst. Number 10, watch him track this down. He's out of the screen, just hustles, flies over to make the tackle. Only a sophomore. The colleges are noticing his talent, and by the time he's a senior, he's going to be a national recruit, somebody that everyone will know his name.
Got him on the radar and lit him up. Johnson goes downfield. And they work the ball to Harris.
Tylen Thompson in coverage, number 8, the senior. He was a scholar athlete tonight. He's played on both sides, one of those two-way players for the Imps at wide receiver and defensive back. Just a great kid. Coach Tyrants talks so highly of him.
Johnson again quickly gets rid of it to Stone. And Stone again takes a pretty good lick. But he gets a first down at the 35, and he lets everybody know. So, that will be an Arthritis Knee and Pain Center first down. Arthritis knee pain relief without surgery or opioids. Stone's got a lot of moxie, doesn't he?
He does. Passion.
Gerard. Hand around the face mask, grabbed it, and here come the flags. It's a Cary defense that is allowing just 13.5 points per game through the first 4. 7 is what they've yielded here tonight. Last year, Sonny, they surrendered over 36 a game. You go back to 3 years prior, 33 a game, just under 33 a game, and almost 29 a game.
The improvement has been just leaps and bounds different from last year, and the job that he has done, Coleman Tyrants, changing this team from a team sitting here undefeated, cruising this ball game. It's been just one of the biggest stories here in Wake County as far as the dominance of the Imps.
Nice run by Gerard, and he's pushed out inside the 5.
Gerard playing hard. Watch him here with his vision, the balance, getting away from that defensive line, then using his speed. That's where his strength is, out on the perimeter where he can take off.
So first and goal from the 5 after the Gerard carry. He'll report off. Jones is in there at the running back spot now. Johnson gives it to Jones, and he gets a yard, swallowed up. He got it just across the 4. That was Tunku wrapping him up. The ball just inside the 5. Sewell is into the game now along that defensive front for the Imps. Johnson heaves it towards the back pylon. Incomplete. He wanted Kaiser.
I think this is a big drive for the Warriors. Big deficit, but you come out here in the second half and you want to have positive gains, get some momentum. A young sophomore quarterback in the game that showed promise, but you want to capitalize here.
Okay. Third and goal with 7:41 to go. Imps up 36-7 at the half. Then they got the safety last quarter. Johnson slings it. He got lit up. Tunku got to him. He wanted to get it to Harris, and then they throw a flag. And defensively, it was Thompson. It's going to be pass interference on Thompson. So that'll reset the downs, won't it?
I think for East Wake to give this penalty, I would try to keep the ball on the ground. It'd be inside of the 5-yard line.
Yep.
Try to punch this in the running game.
It's going to be 3rd and goal. So not a fresh set of downs. Well, at about the 2.5. Johnson keeps it himself, and then he coughs up the pill. It's dived on in the end zone. And it's the big center, Octavio Mateus Beleza, the 285-pounder, who pounced on it after it was fumbled. We'll see if this Crossroads Ford touchdown stands. May not, because we have a penalty flag down. Now, Mateus Beleza says, no, it should stand. I dived on it.
I think it will.
Get a touchdown.
I think this is after the play.
It's coming over.
That's great.
That's awesome for him, isn't it? So it does stand. Touchdown. A Crossroads Ford touchdown. The Ford store that gives you more.
All right, Octavio. Watch number 64 hustle in. There he is, right on it. Jumps on as it crosses the goal line.
Oh, he spiked it. That's what it was.
That's awesome. Hey, to me,
all right,
go ahead and have some fun.
Right. Nothing wrong with that. His teammates liked it. Kick is going to be blocked. Boy, they have done that a couple of times this year, haven't they?
They've been rushing hard up the middle, and they don't take plays off. Good job there. Getting pushed up the middle to make an errant kick.
So it's blocked, and that makes it 38-13 after the blocked PAT try. Longtime fans of this IMPS program. They've been waiting for their football fortunes to reverse for a number of years, and here in 2025 they are 7.5 minutes away from heading into an open week with a 5-0 mark.
You have to be happy for the players, the coaches in this community, because this is a town that has so much history, and this start has really brought everybody together. And Coach Tyron's talked with us about just how much fun it is at school, and hearing the players just enjoy it, and the kids at school saying, hey, Coach, we're coming to the game tonight. And you can feel this fan base and the support they've given the players tonight.
School opened in 1896 as a private boarding school, as the Legacy Construction and Roofing kickoff is going to be taken after the penalty yardage was assessed, and it's returned out near midfield. First state-funded public high school in 1907, and they started football in 1917 here. Tal Stafford who would coach NC A&M and then at NC Central, started the program here. So McCarthy going to come out here for another drive. And he'll hand it off. It'll go up the middle. Imps put Will Aber in, the junior. And now they're going to bring Collier. Actually, it was Collier, beg your pardon. Collier still out there. Collier gets it again. So third down upcoming.
And for Cary, Patrick, throughout the rest of the season, once they get into conference play, I think this is a team that's going to have a great chance to continue their success because of their ability to stop the run. On offense, they can run the ball. You've got a great quarterback in Nick Grenna. They have all the pieces that you would say, hey, they can take this undefeated streak and continue it on. And I've been impressed how they played in both ball games that we've seen them this year.
Really didn't need Grenna tonight to be the magician that he was against Apex, but when you look at what he can do, his command of the offense, he does have the interception tonight, but also his pass for a touchdown. He can move the pocket enough to give himself some room if there's a breakdown in protection. There's a lot of things that he brings that are also, I think, intangibles more than anything. That's a good pass looped ahead for a first. Nice grab by Eliza Parker from McCarthy.
Nice from McCarthy. The junior coming in, throwing a strike.
Arthritis, knee pain, and center's first down there. Arthritis, knee pain relief without surgery or opioids.
And McCarthy knowing exactly where he wants to go with the ball. Parker on a nice slant route. Doing a good job getting underneath the coverage to pick up the first down.
So give me your assessment then with Grenna at the controls and all the things that I sort of rattled off.
Well, I agree with everything you said. I think
you can stop there.
Physical. Oh, okay. No, he plays the game with a toughness, and just you can tell that his teammates respect him so much, and they play for him. And he throws the ball accurately. He can run physical in between the tackles. He's got the speed on the outside. But I would say his decision-making is outstanding. And it always seems like he knows where to go with the ball on those zone reads, knows when to pull it, when to hand it off. And he's just a leader, and his teammates kind of follow his lead.
As we mentioned, they'll open conference play at Holly Springs and then at Sanderson before having an open week on October 17th. And then Middle Creek, who was up in the first half of their game, 21-7 over J.H. Rose at home. And then Gibbons here. Now Gibbons, what a win they had last week.
Yeah, that was a huge one over Southeast Raleigh, two of the top teams in the state. And they're playing Mallard Creek tonight. Another challenging opponent for the Crusaders.
Imps by 25. Collier. Look at it back. The original line of scrimmage, it might have just done that. It's going to be fourth down and long.
And about 10.
I think Collier's going to sleep good tonight. Tony Stevens, a late scratch, had 100 yards in the Willow Springs game. Went for 118 and 2 scores against Athens Drive. They can get him back in the lineup. Add him to what they can do. They've got some nice pieces on offense to the Imps. Collier, good hard run.
And I think for Cary too, Patrick, it's something that they can travel with in every ball game. You can rely on the running game. You can rely on solid defense, stopping the run. They have important pieces in a winning culture.
All right, let's take a look at our Central Carolina Chevy Dealers Player of the Game, and it goes to James Melvin. Visit your Central Carolina Chevy dealer today.
Huge night for Melvin on defense and on offense, and he was running the ball at a high level, setting the tempo for the Imps, and on defense, tracking down the Warriors. Star player here in the program, and there's number 22 over on the sideline cheering on his teammates.
Pass off the hands of the receiver who's going to be helped up. That's Harris, who couldn't hang on. Did you say he kind of has a part-time job at a friend of yours place, Melvin?
Works at Salvio's.
Okay.
Great pizza, awesome people. Ambrosecchia's, close friends. Everybody go over there post-game, get some great food.
You buying?
Yeah. I got you.
Johnson puts it in the air, and it will be dragged down by Stone. What a catch. Stone running free at the 40. Stone turning the corner. Stone, as a flag has come in, it gets wrestled out at the 12, and he loses his helmet. We got several pieces of yellow laundry littering the field. Stone comes up. I hope he's going to be all right. He's shaken up.
Couple of fouls on the play here. Personal foul on East Wake.
Personal foul on Cary. Pick it up.
They're going to call a block in the back. The Stone catches this ball, zigzags, and goes across the field. Right there, you can see a flash on the right side. There's a first penalty there. Then the second penalty comes in.
It is there.
The late hit out of bounds.
So Stone's effort. He's going to be 10-2 over there. East Wake comes to the line as they're going to put it in play now from the 37. East Wake will have their bye week next week, and then Heritage and Wake Forest to start things in the brand new Northern Six. This near side underneath, that's Vaughn Joyner, the freshman. So Cam Vaughn Joyner, and we got another flag. Things are getting a little chippy out there, Sonny.
I think one thing for both coaching staffs will be telling the players, hey, we've got to clean things up, especially with this ball game being out of the distance. There's that hit there, but with this score outcome settled in Cary's favor, both teams need to focus in here, lock in, and be disciplined.
They move the ball to the 43. Johnson flicks it out. Catch made near the sideline, but they're going to say he stepped out. Tough night for Kenny Larry in this offense. Gerard scored to make it 14-7 in the first, and then The Johnson fumble was pounced on by an offensive lineman. And that's the scoring tonight for East Wake. Warriors going to dip to 2-3 on the year through the non-conference portion of their slate. He got trucked on the block there.
Pressure from Cary again. They've found a way to be disruptive all night long. To get off right there. Great job being physical by Skyland Joyner. Watch 25 just plow through and get to the quarterback.
Johnson goes underneath Larry. Close to the original line of scrimmage.
Open field tackle by number 24.
And here comes another flag.
There is a flag on play.
It's going to be a face mask.
5 yards on the end.
And it'll be of the 5-yard variety.
Up for a first down. Should be 4th and about 5 for East Wake.
I don't see it.
It's just on the shoulder pad.
So that was botched. It's going to be 3rd down.
Apparently still 3rd down.
Johnson with some time. Nice grab by Kaiser and a good move to the 20-yard line, and Kaiser spun out at the 16.
East Wake still fighting here.
So 21 yards on the pickup there, and the pass to Kaiser.
Johnson staying strong in that pocket. Accurate throw. Kaiser make a couple men miss. Playing hard. Nice job from the senior wide receiver.
Arthritis Knee and Pain Center's first down. Arthritis knee pain relief without surgery or opioids. They make their way into the Reel It In red zone with Saltwater Seafood and Fry Shack from boat to bite, done right. Johnson with Joyner giving pursuit. Down around the knees of Larry. 2nd and 10.
We know this Cary defense that averages under 14 points given up per game. They want to try to keep the Warriors out of the end zone. Skyland Joyner has played so well tonight. The leaders on Coleman Tyrant's defense.
So after this game, which appears Cary's driving to win to go to 5-0, does he up the suit game? Do you go maybe with an ascot or maybe even a tuxedo?
I think you don't change at all. It's working so far,
right.
5-0.
But I mean, he's it's gradually gone up each week.
What would you recommend?
A tux. A formal.
Well, it is going to get a little bit colder here
right
the next couple weeks, so maybe you
maybe a big overcoat.
Yeah.
Incomplete pass. Tried to shed it to Davis, did Johnson.
Maybe that's something we can find out about in the interview at the end of the game with Madison. What's the next step? And he's looking great there.
I think that, I mean, if Madison doesn't ask that question, I think that's what do you wear next? Do you take it up a level after the open week?
Yeah.
Imps are going to be 5-0 Best start since the 04 season. And that is going to be caught. Man, what a ball and what a catch by Latrell Harris. His first touchdown reception of the year. A Crossroads Ford touchdown for Harris, the Ford store that gives you more.
Good for Johnson coming into this ball game, and the young sophomore throwing the ball up to Harris, accurate. And Harris using that height in the end zone, 6'2", jumping up for that ball. And the Warriors here at the end of the fourth quarter capitalizing on this drive, making plays on the ground and through the air.
They're going to kick it here with 92 seconds. It's going to be good, and that makes it an 18-point game. We'll step aside. Minute 32 to go. The Imps will try to put this one on ice as East Wake, still battling, comes up with the score. Check out the students, Sonny. I think they're ready to storm the field.
They're ready to celebrate.
Cary looking to go to 5-0 for the Imps. Not had a winning season since 2011. With the dual open weeks this year, a win tonight will guarantee them their first winning season in the regular season, at least since 2011. Will give them 5 victories and it'll be their best start since 2004. Won 9 games that year and started 6-0. Legacy Construction and Roofing kickoff. Legacy Construction and Roofing always here when you need us. Well, let's take a look at tonight's school bus stop of the game.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
A couple weeks ago to Southeast Raleigh as that one is batted down. Loose ball. It's still on the turf. It's going to be scooped. And it's going to be taken by Atunku for 6. The scoop and score for Atunku.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
The stop of the game, Sonny, and Atunku getting the scoop and score, but that kind of swung the pendulum, and it was all Cary after that.
It changed the momentum of the game. In the second quarter, East Wake was trying to get something going, even though there was a deficit, and then after that turnover, it was all Imps.
$10 on the play clock. McCarthy will hand it off. East Wake is there. And that'll wrap it up. 5-0 for the Imps, their best start since the 2004 season. They went 6-0 that year. They'll have to wait a couple of weeks and then try to match that 04 mark. They'll have to do it on the road against Holly Springs to open conference play in the Triangle 6.
Well, congratulations to Cary. This bye week is coming at the right time, the middle of the season. They can rest up and kind of take the next step into the second part of the season and enjoy this undefeated streak they're on with their fans getting ready to sprint out on the field. It's been an outstanding start for Coleman Tyrants and his team.
The Imps are 5-0. Long time coming for this Cary program. And for East Wake, they'll fall to 2-3 before their open week and conference play starts for them. We'll be back with our on-the-field ceremonies after you come back following these words. Well, the Imp students storming the field. They're fired up. And we got a bunch of fired up, undefeated Cary football players right there with Madison.
Well, Coach, you just said it. 5-0 for the first time since 2004. Why is that such a big deal to this team?
Well, they worked at it. We talked about it. All these guys wanted to make history. I'm proud. But I always tell them, this is a train. I'm riding the train. People might see I'm a conductor, but I tell them every time I'm a passenger.
Well, this team performed on all phases tonight. What impressed you most about the Imps?
We had some guys banged up, some guys sore, some new guys kind of out there. They fought. Other teammates believed in them. We got the job done.
Will we see you in a tuxedo next week, Coach?
Next week, tuxedo. Hey, 5-0.
All right, Coach. Congratulations.
Hey, Dog D.
All right, there you go. Tyrants Coleman fired up. Great win for Cary tonight, Sonny.
I just love to see the success Cary's having and this program led by Coleman Tyrants. He deserves it. And those players work so hard, and it's all paid off.
Well, he's fired up for sure, and the Imps are 5-0 for the first time in 21 seasons. We'd all like to take a moment to thank the wonderful folks at Riddle & Riddle, University of North Carolina, Affordable Dentures, and Tatum & Atkinson, who make these games possible for you viewers at home. We'd also like to thank our other great supporters for their contributions to our Friday Night Rivals telecast. Arthritis Knee Pain Centers, Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Chevy Dealers of the Carolinas, Saltwater Seafood and Fry Shack, Crossroads Ford, Legacy Construction and Roofing, and NCDHHS. We'd also like to thank tonight's participating high schools and their administrators for their support, East Wake Magnet High School and our host, Cary High School. Tune in next Friday when the Millbrook Magnet Wildcats take on the Roseville Rams. For Madison Little and Jay Sonalder, I'm Patrick Johnson speaking for our entire crew. The Imps moved to 5-0. So long from Cary.
since my boots first hit these streets. Had to scratch and claw, made me hard to beat. They were real early mornings and late nights. Had